Hello dear students. Today we will discuss poem. The title of the poem is From I Explain a Few Things, compiled by Pablo Neruda. Let me tell you something about Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was a great Chilean poet. He was sent to Spain on a diplomatic mission in 1933 to 1938. He became very popular in Spain also. Some great Spanish poets like Raul, Rafael, and Federico became his friends. The present poem is an extract from I Explain a Few Things, which he wrote as a lamentation on the Spanish Civil War. In this poem, the poet first describes the immense natural beauty of Spain. He also makes mention of the people with whom he had become very friendly while living in Spain. But his mood got changed when he observed the death and destruction. The poet changes after viewing or witnessing the Holocaust of Spain. He was very much affected by Spanish Civil War. There was terrible bloodshed all over Spain. Numberless innocents, especially children, were killed. It gave the poet a very rude shock. Let me discuss the few stanzas of the poem with you. The opening stanzas of this poem are like, listen to me. I lived in a quarter in Madrid with bells, with clocks, with trees. From there could be seen the dry face of Castile, like a sea of leather. These are the opening lines of this poem. The poet lived in the Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain. From there, one could see the dry face of Castile like a sea of leather. It means the dry palette of Castile hummed with life and activity. There was hustle and bustle. This area was busy and was having charming natural beauty. But what happened then? You will have the look on the poet's residence where poet was residing. He says in these lines, my house was named the House of Flowers. My house was named the House of the Flowers because everywhere geraniums exploded. It was a beautiful house with dogs and little children. So he says that it was called the House of Flowers because there were flowers everywhere in the garden. It was a beautiful house with geraniums blooming and dogs and children frolicking everywhere. They were playing, making joy and mirth. Geranium is a garden plant with moss of red, white or pink flowers. These flowers bloomed suddenly and in large numbers. So it was very much gratifying scene. But this charming scene was changed by the civil war of the Spain. Poet stopped to write about the natural beauty of Spain now. He says that he was now stopped writing poem on the beauty of nature. To those who might ask him why he has done so, he says, "Come and see the blood in the streets of the Spain." Now the poet writes poem on different themes. Now the subject of his poem is not the beauty of nature but the poor working class who have been oppressed and deprived of their rights. So in this poem, the poet is very much hopeless. He suffered lot due to loss of his friends in the civil war. It has great effect on the life of the poet, and he is the witness to the bloodshed. He says that while I was weaving or watching the flower beds, I see the streets of Madrid are colored with the blood of innocent children and men. So today it is sufficient for today. Tomorrow we will discuss other stanzas of this poem. Thank you. God bless you. Hope you will like this lecture and subscribe.